If you are planning a family trip to Europe and wondering where you can actually relax with kids instead of spending the entire vacation stressed out, this video is for you. Today I'm sharing our top 7 best beaches for kids in Northern Sardinia, from the perspective of a family physician and a mom of 2 elementary school-age kids who has personally learned what makes a beach truly family-friendly. The water in Sardinia is some of the clearest we have ever seen anywhere in Europe. The beaches are incredibly clean and the food is family-friendly. And most importantly, many of the beaches in Northern Sardinia have calm, shallow, turquoise water that's absolutely ideal for younger children. So if you've been debating Greece, Croatia, Mallorca, Portugal, or other parts of Italy for your next family vacation, Northern Sardinia deserves a spot at the very top of your list. Sardinia actually has over 1,800 kilometers of coastline and hundreds of beaches. Many people estimate over 300 to 500 named beaches around the island depending on how they're counted, which means you can beach hop constantly and have completely different experience every day. Some beaches are calm and shallow, some are adventurous and rocky, some feel secluded. Others are walkable from charming towns with restaurants and gelato nearby. For families, this flexibility is huge. And compared to some other European beach destinations, Sardinia often feels cleaner, less crowded outside of peak season. It is very crowded during peak season. It's safer for kids and just overall more relaxed. Italian family culture is also incredibly welcoming to children. Kids are genuinely included everywhere. And if you ever traveled with children and felt like your kids were too loud or in the way, Sardinia feels refreshingly family-friendly. All right, let's get to our beaches. Number 1, Spiaggia La Pelosa. Our number 1 pick for families with kids is definitely Spiaggia La Pelosa. And if you've seen photos of Sardinia online, this is probably the beach you've seen. The water here honestly looks unreal. It has that bright turquoise Caribbean color, but with incredibly calm, shallow water that extends really far out, which makes it amazing for younger kids who want to safely splash and play. As a parent, this is one of those beaches where you can actually relax a little bit because the waves are usually gentle and visibility in the water is excellent. The sand is soft and water is warm in the summer. It does get windy outside of the peak season, such as in the fall. One thing to know, the beach is extremely popular in peak summer season. So even if you don't travel during the peak season, you still need to reserve parking and the beach access early ahead of time, sometimes at least 48 hours ahead, and you should arrive early in the morning to get the best parking spot. Trust me, the earlier you go with kids, the better your day will be. Morning beach time in Europe with kids is underrated. You avoid the hottest part of the day and the beaches are calmer. Everyone's mood is better. Also, they only sell about 1,000 beach passes a day ahead of time and 500 at the time of arrival, so count for that if you are going through a popular peak season. Number 2, Spiaggia Li Cossi. Next is Spiaggia Li Cossi. This beach feels like an adventure in the best possible way. To reach it, there is a short, scenic walk through rocky coastal paths, which honestly became part of the fun for our kids. And then suddenly you arrive at this gorgeous protected cove with calm emerald water surrounded by dramatic rocks. It's stunning. Now, if you're traveling with toddlers, you'll want a carrier instead of a stroller because of the walk. But for elementary school-age kids, this beach is perfect. It feels exciting without being too difficult, and because the cove is naturally protected, the swimming conditions are often calmer than more exposed beaches. This is also one of those beaches where bringing snorkel gear can be worth it. Kids can spend hours exploring underwater and there's tons of fish in the water. Number 3, Zia Columba and Spiaggia dei Graniti with Colonne Romane. Our third pick is a combination experience, Zia Columba and Spiaggia dei Graniti with Colonne Romane. These beaches feel quieter and less touristy compared to some of the more famous spots. And sometimes it's exactly what families need. Less noise, less chaos, less pressure. Just some space to enjoy the water and slow down. The rocky formations here are incredibly unique and make the whole area feel adventurous for kids who love exploring nature. If your children enjoy collecting shells, climbing rocks safely, or spotting fish in shallow water, this area is fantastic. One thing I always recommend as both physician and a mom: bring water shoes for kids in Sardinia. Many beaches have rocky entrances or areas with pebbles, and water shoes make a huge difference. Also, when you are climbing those big rocks, having water shoes is very helpful because they are grippy and less likely that they will slide down into the water. Number 4, Cala Spinosa. This beach is absolutely gorgeous, but works best for families with slightly older kids or confident swimmers. The scenery here is dramatic and beautiful. Huge rock formations, crystal clear water, amazing snorkeling. It almost feels like a hidden pirate cove. Now, this isn't the easiest sit with a baby and relax type of beach, but if your family enjoys adventure and nature, this beach becomes incredibly memorable. And honestly, older kids love beaches that feel a little bit more wild and exciting. Like, our kids really love this one. One thing I always tell parents: don't overpack your beach days in Sardinia. Choose 1 or 2 beaches maximum per day because kids do much better when there's downtime built into the schedule. European family travel becomes so much more enjoyable when you stop trying to see everything. There's just way too much to see. Number 5, Rena Bianca Beach. Our 5th beach is Rena Bianca Beach. This is one of the easiest family beaches in Northern Sardinia. It has very easy access, soft sand, beautiful, shallow water, and convenient amenities nearby. Sometimes convenience matters a lot when traveling with kids, especially if you have someone who needs a bathroom immediately, when your kids are hungry every 20 minutes, or you melt down because their sand feels weird. The parents just understand. It's easy to be next to a hotel or restaurants or a bathroom. This beach is great because you get the beauty of Sardinia without needing a complicated setup. And nearby Santa Teresa Gallura is such a charming town for families. It has great restaurants, walkable streets, easy gelato access. That combination matters more than people realize when traveling with children. We actually stayed at Hotel Moresco, which is right next to the Rena Bianca Beach, and that made it even more convenient. I have a full review of the hotel linked in the description below, but overall, we were very happy staying at the Hotel Moresco because it was convenient to town and the Rena Bianca Beach. Number 6, Spiaggia di Ponente. This beach is fantastic if your kids need space. Wide open sand, lots of room to run around, and beautiful, shallow areas for swimming. This is the type of beach where families can stay for hours. The parking is easy and right across the street from the beach and was about €2. You should bring snacks, umbrellas, beach games, but you don't have to pack lunch because there is a small restaurant at the end of the beach. The sunsets here are absolutely incredible. And if you're traveling with kids across multiple time zones, I actually recommend sunset beach walks strategically during the first couple of days. Natural sunlight exposure helps reset circadian rhythms and can genuinely help reduce jet lag symptoms in children and adults. And this is something I talk about extensively in my jet lag survival guide because honestly, jet lag can completely ruin the first half of 1-week Europe trip if you're not proactive about it, especially with younger children. Number 7, Alghero Beach. This is probably one of the most convenient family beach destinations in Northern Sardinia overall. What makes it special is the combination of beach access with a very nice beach, family-friendly town atmosphere in a very historic medieval town, restaurants, walkability, and overall highest ranks for convenience. And Alghero delivers that perfectly. You can spend the morning at the beach, grab a lunch nearby, walk through the old town, get gelato, and still make it back before everybody completely melts down. That's honestly the sweet spot for traveling with kids, sometimes not overdoing it and staying in one location. And if you're planning your first European beach vacation with children, Alghero is a fantastic home base because it's approachable and it's easy to navigate. So those are our top 7 best beaches for kids in Northern Sardinia. If you're looking for a European destination with stunning beaches, family-friendly culture, amazing food, calm, turquoise water, and experiences that work for both parents and kids, Northern Sardinia is honestly hard to beat. And one final reminder, if you want my free family travel medication checklist or my jet lag survival guide for families traveling to Europe with kids, you can get them in the description below. Those resources are especially designed for busy working families trying to make travel smoother, healthier, and less stressful. And if this video helped you plan your Sardinia family trip, definitely subscribe because I share practical family travel tips, physician-backed health advice for traveling with kids, and realistic recommendations for busy parents who still want an amazing experience. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.